I have just been recording for maybe 15 minutes and I've just finished and I've just realized that I wasn't in fact recording. So I've just been talking to myself for over 20 minutes. I don't really want to repeat everything that I've just said, which is annoying, but I guess we'll do a quick rundown instead, which is a shame. So, to start with, let's recap last week. I actually can't believe that. I don't know if I even want to make a video. Right, okay, here we go then. So last week was positive, and the reason for that is because I had two goals. One was that I wanted to trade in a more sustainable and repeatable way. What I meant by that is, here comes a yawn, by the way. I yawned like 10 times in the last video, so in the one that I just didn't record, so just bear with me. Um, in the last few months, I haven't been trading in a sustainable way. I had been sacrificing sleep. I had been spending way too much time on the charts. I had been sacrificing my time at the gym, and it was leading me to just, in a way, have this distaste for trading. So the priority of this week that has just come and gone was to trade in a sustainable way where I was happy with myself. That was definitely met. I am much more happy with my performance, but never mind the performance, it's more so the approach that I had, the mindset that I had, the ability to remain out of the market, and the ability to take the best and leave the rest. I was super, super, super happy with that. Regarding the actual performance of the week, we made 2.5%. So the target for phase one is 10%, so we're a quarter of the way there. Uh, that can obviously change quickly. Uh, if the markets sort themselves out and the trend becomes a lot clearer, I can make 4 or 5% in a given trade. But we have to just wait and see. Coming into this week, now I did a whole breakdown of this, but once again, as I've said, I forgot to click the record button, so I can't go into the full depth of it again. But the markets remain very uncertain, and when the markets are uncertain, it's very easy to let yourself be uh, uncertain and let that kind of trickle into yourself. So my priority for this week is to only trade when the trend is clear. Right now, there is too much dissonance or lack of correlation in the market where certain pairs which should be linking up just aren't doing, and that makes my job a hell of a lot harder on top of what it already is. So, it might be that this week I don't end up trading until Wednesday or Thursday. I have no idea, but maybe I might not trade at all if the opportunity doesn't arrive, right? Because I'm seeking 10 out of 10s here. I'm not seeking 7 or 8 out of 10 trades. I'm seeking 10 out of 10, A plus, squeaky clean trades. And currently the conditions just aren't best suited for that. Um, so yeah, I mean, I've just condensed what was 20 minutes worth of me talking into 3 minutes, but I don't know what I have said and what I haven't said. Um, I can't believe I actually did that. Anything else to say? Um, I mean, I guess summarizing this week that's just gone, it was really good. It didn't trade Monday, took a trade on Tuesday, made the 2.5%, and then didn't trade Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. I went to the gym every day. I ate correctly every day. I felt more positive with each day. There's definitely were parts of the week where it kind of the feeling of lack of progress crept in, but I was able to kind of suppress it and to tell myself that although I wasn't necessarily trading on those days, it was for a good reason, and that was the reason of the direction of the market isn't clear enough. And yeah, you could have squeaked out a percent here and there. That's not realistic. Um, so yeah, coming into this week, I did a full breakdown of the market, so I'm not going to do that again. There isn't any correlation. It's going to be a week of waiting for the market to convince me the true direction of the trend. And until the market makes it very simple to understand, I'm not touching it. You know, what I know is that my analysis is very good. It's one of the reasons why I advanced quickly compared to others. And so if I'm struggling to know the trend of the markets, it's because there isn't a trend. Um, it's quite an easy way to say. If it's too hard to understand, it's because it's not meant to be understood. And just wait until it's simple and obvious. You know, there's weeks in the markets where it's so obvious and that I can trade effortlessly. And then there's also weeks like this where it's a minefield, and this is probably where people just lose money for the fun of it. And that's not going to be me anymore because I'm chasing excellence, not money here. I'm chasing to be the best. So, yes, it's only 6 minutes, but like I said, I can't sit here and do another 20-minute recording. I might do a midweek update, uh, especially if I take a trade. I know I didn't do that during this week, but I was almost focused in not doing too much regarding trading. You know, I just kind of left trading to the to periods that I did it on my phone, and then when I wasn't doing it, I tried zoning out and just focusing on other aspects of life. Um, because I feel like sometimes when I'm talking about it and doing it so much, then you almost begin to make excuses to take worse trades because I want to be in the space of trading where as if you're out of it a bit more and then you look at the chart, you're kind of like, oh, I mean, it's not really clear, so I'm just gonna wait a bit more and just wait for it to be clearer. So yeah, it was a good week last week. I'm really happy with how it went. And now it's just time to build on it. I mean, another reality is that this week could be a good week mentally, but I might lose 1%, right? Because the markets are just not the easiest at the moment. But I need to make sure that I'm in the mind space where I can do that and be positive about it. It's okay to lose a trade here and there. That's part of the game. Uh, it's just knowing that when I take that trade, it was a good activation and it had a good risk to reward ratio, and it was a positive idea to take. It was going to serve me well. um so yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. I will see you midweek.